Diamond Mountain. Yeah. Venerable Geshe previously was director and lived at Diamond Mountain for over 20 years. Thank you. And she's also president of the Diamond Mountain Board. Oh. So they're going to tell you a little bit about how ACI and retreat at Diamond Mountain relate to each other.
Thank you, Tim. So Geshe very kindly gave us an easy way into talking about Diamond Mountain this morning. He talked about having to go into a 3-year retreat after he taught the 18 courses. So then it's like, well, where am I going to go do this retreat? And he was very fortunate that he had some pretty special friends in Arizona who said, we've got the perfect land for you to come and do retreat on. And so in 2000, no, when was it? 99? March of 99? Yeah, March of 1999. 2000? Okay, thank you. As you heard in the videos, a group of people went out to the desert and put together some Mongolian yurts for Geshe Michael and some other people to do their 3-year retreat in. And the idea was that when Geshe Michael came out, he would teach us the higher teachings, and we would also learn all of the different aspects that they teach, like at Saramay or the other colleges within the Tibetan tradition. So there would be a school of medicine, a school of dance, language. You get the idea. So when Geshe came out of retreat, we moved to another piece of land in Arizona, which was up a dirt road back into the mountains, a very hidden place, a very quiet place, and started Diamond Mountain there. And we had the 18 courses there. Geshe Michael taught those. And then a group of us, out of about 150 students, we went into a 3-year retreat, just like our Lama had. And you've met some of those people here during this time that we've had together. So why did we go into retreat? We had just been filled up for 14, 15, 16 years. However long it took us. Some of us had to do some of our courses 2 or 3 times. I, for one, kept losing ACI 13 and had to keep doing it. To really take what we've been filled up with into a quiet space and work on our own selves and our minds with this incredible knowledge that had been passed to us and passed down to us as well. You need retreat to be able to really deeply begin to understand these teachings. So then you can put them into action. And the best place to do that is a very quiet place where there's no cell service, where the supermarket is 45 minutes away, where you have to lay 5 miles of water lines. Anyway, so we created Diamond Mountain with volunteers. We built the temple. We bought adobe bricks and built the temple. And then those people who were going to do retreat built their own cottages and donated them so the rest of you can come and do retreat there. So that it grew out of ACI and it was a part of ACI. And of course, it continued ACI with the higher teachings, with the Diamond Way. And so please come and use Diamond Mountain to go deeper into your understanding, not only of the teachings, but of yourself and how you can use those teachings in the world. So that's kind of the history. And now Venerable Sunam will talk about what's going on there now.
This place was built with blood, sweat, and tears. And it's my pleasure to run it because Geshe built a place according to the scriptures. Point 0, bad internet. Point -0, it takes you 2 hours to get there. But then you are at a place where the cabins are loaded by these beautiful 3-year retreaters. And it is said in the scriptures, you need to go to a place where your teachers and the lamas have meditated. And all the other requirements for retreat, which are mentioned in the scriptures, are there. It's safe, it's healthy. You have the support of people who have done retreat, who can help you to do retreat, and retreat is always a mixture of pain and bliss, and we can help you with the pain, and we hope that you share the bliss with us. And you can come anytime if you want to come on your own. You can bring a group. You bring the content. We help you to do the retreat with your group. You can come when Geshe is coming twice a year to have one of the big retreats. And you will be, I don't know, it's so hard to express in words what happens in a retreat. I can only say the place opens your heart, opens your mind, and I see so many nods here. Everybody who has been there, Kelly is shining at me. You must have good experience there. So really everybody who has been there, Joy, everybody is nodding. It does something to you, to your body, to your heart, to your understanding of emptiness, which cannot be described in words. It can only be experienced. And maybe Francisco can show you the QR code. It says, the cloud sings, or something like this. Thank you so much. Please come, do retreat, latest in April when Geshe Michael is coming for the Steps on the Path. And I would be happy to welcome you there and support your retreat. Thank you so much.
Do we have a thing to put the microphone up for him? Perhaps a stand? In the meantime, I'll hold it for you.
Oh, no, they're showing it, right?
What are you showing? But that's the next class, yeah. Yeah.
Are you the mic stand?
I'm the mic stand. Until one shows up.
Okay. It's more expensive than Mike's 10. So we have about 21 different organizations, I think, something like that. And they're my babies and my grandbabies and my grand-grandbabies. And every year, Grandpa has to look at the organizations, and this one is fat, and this one is fat, and this one needs money. And it's never ending. It's a big circle. Like I help one organization, and then they're okay for 5 years, and then suddenly they're like, ah! And you know, I don't like fundraising, and I don't like asking for money. And I remember my teacher asked me to, our monastery needed water. We didn't have water. We had a dirty stream, a filthy stream. And when I first went there, I had to drink from that. And it was a strange feeling because it was really dirty. And I know if I drink it, I will get sick. And I told the other monks, you know, if I drink that, in the glass, it's brown. And I said, if I drink it, I'll get sick. And they said, okay, don't drink it. Then, you know, tomorrow morning, I'm like, can I have that brown water back? Because there's no other water. And there was no bottled water, and just this dirty water. And we always got sick from it. And I asked them, why don't you drill a well? Why don't you make clean water? You know, they say, we don't have $2, you know. So I had there's a place in New York, it's called God Box, the God Box. And it's on the Upper West Side near Columbia University. And all of the big churches in America have their office there. Like all of the different religions, they have their office there, in their home office. And so my friend told me, put on a suit and go to the God Box and go from door to door and ask for money, you know, for the wells, you know. And so I remember I went there, and I have to push the elevator button, and my hand is shaking like this, you know. And I was like, I don't like this. I don't want to raise money, you know. You know, I want to study. I want to meditate. I want to go to Diamond Mountain. I don't like raising money. And I remember I was standing there and my hand was shaking because I was scared to talk to they're actually Christian people. I have to convince them to pay for a Buddhist monastery. And then my teacher's voice, you know, he said, look, you have to do it. There's no choice. You have to do it. We need you. We need you to do it. So I like push the button, you know. And I met some very kind people, very good people. And they paid for, I think, 7 or 8 wells. And we had water for the whole monastery. And that started my fundraising career. And I don't like it. It's fine, yeah. We're gonna do it this way. So I actually really, really don't like fundraising, but I will do it. You know, if we need it, I will do it. Nick knows. And so I have an easy idea. ACI is easy. Okay, some of the other projects are very expensive. Those translators. But ACI is pretty easy, you know. So I call 30-30-30. It's a 30-30-30 project, okay? And first 30 means we finished 30 years of ACI. And we don't charge. There's no charge for the classes. We charge for everything else. If you go poo-poo, we charge for the toilet paper. No, I'm kidding. But we don't charge for class. No, nobody in the world charges for ACI class. So we have to raise the money to pay for everything. And 30 years, we survived without charging people. The 3-year retreat was free also. I paid for everything. Me and the Taiwan and Singapore groups, we paid for everything. And it was difficult. And one day I remember we have to cut their cookies. And there was a big complaint from they can't talk, but they can write very hot note. I can't believe you cut our cookies, Geshe. I'm like, then Earl wrote a song, Geshe, cut our cookies. You know, I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to pay for everything. You know, so 30 years, no charge. And that's the first 30. Second, I arranged DCI charity. DCI has a charity. We give 12% of our gross income to charity. So we donated $30,000 to ACI this year, 300,000 in general, and 30,000 for ACI. And to keep it going, guess what's the last 30? You guys, okay, agreed to pay $1 per day, every day, okay? $30 a week, a month, sorry. Yeah, and how long, Geshe? How long? Until you go to the next world. Okay, and I will be there in the next world. And it's gonna be 60 in the next world. No, it's okay. 30 if you can do, okay? And if we all give $30 every month, 30, we can keep ACI going for free, okay? And just my Lama says, shut up and do it, okay? So we don't need to talk much. I don't need to talk much. It's a beautiful thing. The students who took the ACI course and they got the understanding of the Dharma, they should just give. And then the new people should be free. You know, new people, just give them, give them the courses. So please help me, okay? I need help. I can't, it's too much pressure for me to try to raise the money. And if everyone gives $1 a day, then I can relax and I can teach, and I really prefer to do that. I'm happy to raise money if I have to. And I learned how to do it shamelessly. But I prefer to prepare classes and things like that. So I prefer to translate. But so please help if you can, okay? And you don't have to, okay? If you don't have the money, God bless you. What's that Christmas song? If you don't have a full penny, a half penny will do. And if you don't have a half penny, God bless you. So if you don't have it, it's okay. Don't worry about it. If you can, please do it. Is there a QR code? Is that it? Yeah. If I have 1,000 people give $30 a month, I don't have to waste my time and your time. Okay. I'm happy to do it, but I prefer to teach. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're going to go back to the Lamrim. And for one class, then we'll take a break. How long? Half hour? And then we'll do a translation class. Okay. And I do 3 translation classes every week. Arizona World Central Time, Rimrock, which is a little, almost Shenzhen, same size. And we teach Saturday morning. And we made a beautiful custom in Arizona. We meet together. There's 2 Chinese people have a really nice home. And they went back to China. And we got the house. And we didn't burn too many things. And we meet there on Saturday morning at 7, right? And we meditate together for an hour. It's very sweet. And then we do a 1-hour class, translation class, for American and European audience, because it's the afternoon in Austria and Moskva, Novgorod, Nizhny Novgorod, and Ukraine and other cool places. So that's Saturday. We do 1 class. And then on Monday night, for Asia, we start at 4 o'clock World Central Time, which is 7 a.m. in Asia. We do 2 classes. We do two free translation classes. They're all free. And they're very difficult. They're very difficult classes. And I don't know, it has a magic on your mind, okay? To listen to a translation class, it changes your mind completely. It's like magic, okay? I don't know why, but I've been doing it myself for 50 years, every morning. It's even part of the Good Night Club. And you take out the book in the evening, you put in your cell phone, you put in your laptop, and your TV, what do you call it? Remote. I found out now I have to ask for the TV remote. Some people said, Geshe, I gave up my phone and my computer at 10 p.m. And then they're like, and I'm like, do you have anything else? Oh, there's a TV. So now I say, Sambal, right? 3 jewels. Put your laptop, put your phone, put your TV controller, put them in the bag, and then take out the Dharma book and read it for 10 minutes. And it's very powerful if it's a habit. You don't have to understand it, okay? If you read a book and you understand it, I don't see why you should read it. You see what I mean? If you already understand something, why waste your time? You know, so read the book which you don't understand, and you will learn something. And don't be afraid to learn something, okay? Most people don't learn anything new after high school. Some people don't learn anything in high school, so they don't learn anything new after grade school, okay? And just look at the book for 15 minutes, fall asleep, it's okay, okay? So those classes are free, and those classes are every week. And if you don't come, you're crazy. I don't know what you're doing, but you can't watch TV. I took away your theme. Okay. Okay. You can keep the laptop for the translation class. Okay. Then you have to put it in the bag. Rose is asking me how much to charge for the bag. I don't know yet. Let me tell you tomorrow. Yeah. As much as possible. All right. Okay, here we go. We're at Chechi Damtsik. Chechi Damtsik. Where's the confuser, guys? I think. Yeah, Chechi Damtsik means all the advices. Here it means advices. Generally, Damtsik means like a pledge. But here it means advices. Chechi means Dharma in general. General Dharma advices, try to keep them. And specifically, Lo Jongge Damtsik, your promise to treat other people the same as you treat yourself. That's all. Lojong, Dakshin Nyamje, okay? Those two commitments, okay? That commitment, Dam Tsing Nyi, Sok Dan Dete Sung, say Sok, Dang, Dete, Sung. This language is very, very famous when you take a vow and you say Sok Dan Dete Sung. Sung means I will keep it. I will keep this commitment. Sok Dan Dete means at the cost of my life. At the cost of my life. Then there's these very romantic movies. Did you see the Shensang movie from China? It's pretty good. Shensang's story from China. Good. They did a good job. And when they teach this part of the Lam Rim, they say, if somebody grab you and put a knife to your neck and say, will you give up the Lojong? You have to say, no. Then they, Okay. Unfortunately, you cannot meet this very often. You know, like it doesn't really happen, you know. Most people don't care at all what you do. And that knife is just coffee and cinnamon rolls and Netflix. Okay, Netflix is the knife. Okay, like some people lose their life to Netflix and to coffee shop and things like that. You know, I don't think in our lifetime there will be some kind of revolution and all the Buddhist people will have to swear to give up Buddhism or die. It's very romantic. If you get a chance, good luck. I suspect we won't die. But every day you have the same choice. Netflix has a knife here, you know, and every day you have the same choice. Give up your life or give the Dharma, you know, which one? Which one will you choose, okay? The quiet, Netflix every day, quiet, waste time every day. That's how most Buddhists die. You know, their practice killed by that, okay? By Netflix, okay? That's why we are sneaking into Netflix, okay? All right. I'm not supposed to fundraise for that, right, Seiji? I'm not supposed to tell them we have to pay some of the Netflix money to get into Netflix. Do you understand what I'm saying? But this is ACI, so I cannot fundraise for Seiji's project. But he's right here in the white shirt. And it's an expensive project. And all the worldview organizations, it's supposed to help everybody. It's supposed to help all of our organizations. So sometime I'll fundraise for it. If you would rather just talk to him privately, that's okay. All right. Nyomong sen kawa dang nyambo ten kawa dang gyunchu kawa sum na nenten dushe shipa cheni lap. Kawa sum, say kawa sum. Kawa means hard to do, difficult to do, okay? Difficult to do, kawa. And this means there are 3 difficult things to do, kawa sum. And by the way, all of this section is like little, you know, advices, like the 3 toughs, the 3 tough things. And then there's going to be the 2 exciting things, and there's going to be the 4, you know, like that, okay? And then they just go very fast. I think he's getting impatient to reach the 6 perfections, okay? And he starts to speed up. If you're very sensitive with scripture, you can feel it. It's called tapgyu, say tapgyu. Yeah, Nick knows. It's called a horse race. When the Lama is running out of time because he talked too much about fundraising, then they start to teach faster and faster. Okay, they call it tapgyu. I feel he's doing tapgyu here. Okay. Nyomong Ngosen Kawa. This, we had it yesterday, Ngun Zin. We had the present tense yesterday, and it was identify or recognize something. Here it says Nyomong Ngosen. What's it mean? It's hard to catch when you're having a klesha. Klesha means negative emotion. I couldn't find a good English word. It's anger, desire, hatred, irritation, unhappy, blah, blah. Okay, I call klesha, okay? Mental unhappy thought, okay? Bad attitude. And he says they are difficult to recognize when you're having them. Why? Because you're having one. When you have one, it messes up your mind. And it's messes up your mind so you can't recognize that you're having one. It's cute, right? Negative emotion has a special self-preservation technique. When you get angry, you truly believe you are not angry. When you have bad desire, you truly believe you are not having bad desire. You know, you're sitting there at the cake shop in the Okuro Hotel, downstairs, first floor in the middle, on the right side. And you're looking at apple tart, and you're like, I don't have klesha. Because the apple tart took control of your mind already. When you have klesha, you don't know you have klesha. Okay. So nyomong ngusin kawa, it's difficult to know when you have a negative thought in your mind, because the negative thought in your mind changes your mind, and you can't see yourself. Okay. Second one, nyembo tenkawa. What's nyembo? Yeah, the antidote, you know, like the antidote for apple pie is to eat it quickly, and then it's not there anymore. Right, Rob? Me and Rob worked on one. It's difficult to think of the antidote when you're in the middle of when you feel angry at somebody. It's impossible to think about patience. It's not possible. Okay. Third one, gyun chikawa. This gyun, by the way, the Sanskrit is $100. Gyun. Gyun. What's the Sanskrit? Gyun or gyut? Aya. Tantra. The Sanskrit is Tantra. Okay. $100 for Nick. Okay. Yeah. To get your surfboard. Yeah, so Tantra means flow. Tantra means the flow, right? It can mean secret teachings, but usually the word means flow, okay, Tantra. And here, Gyunche Kawa means, you know Che from Dorje Chupa, Jinganjing, to cut, yeah. So to cut the Tantra means to cut the flow. It's when you're in a anger attack or jealousy attack or upset attack or apple pie attack, right? Then it's so very difficult to interrupt it, okay? It's usually you only realize you had it the next day. Like 24 hours after it finishes, you say, oh, I got angry yesterday, or I ate 6 apple pies yesterday. Usually you only understand the next day. Okay, so Gyunju Kawa means these are the 3 kawas. It's difficult to know when you're having a klesha attack. It's difficult to apply the antidote. And it's very difficult to cut the flow before it runs its natural course, before it ends by itself, which sometimes can take 10 years if it's a divorce. Okay, it's difficult. It takes a long time to cut those naturally. Okay, they just run out of power, right? Nenten dushe. Nenten means work hard. Work hard. Understand the nature of your mind when you're having negative thoughts. Study your mind like a scientist. You know, study your own mind. There's a lot to learn about your own attitudes, about your own moods. Get to know your moods. Get to know how to stop your mind don't let your mind push you around. Okay, the mind can be like I have the friend next door. He has this big dog. The dog's name is Winston. Okay, and he's really mean and big, you know, and when he gets off the rope, I just run into my house, you know? And he has a crush on my wife. I'm kind of jealous of Winston because she just gives him treats every day, and he has a crush on. He comes by the house and he's like, you know, and your mind is like a big, powerful dog. And your mind is like that. You have to put a rope on your mind, and you have to control it. Okay, don't let it go by itself. Okay, you got to control your mind. You have to learn to get to know your mind. Okay, it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. Everybody goes to the gym to build up their muscles, you know, look nice, and then they let their mind do whatever the hell it wants. You know what I mean? And it's ugly. The mind is ugly. You know, their body is very beautiful and their mind is ugly. So I think my policy is eat apple pie, let the body do anything. Try to keep the mind beautiful. Okay. All right, got it? No, you should have beautiful body and beautiful mind. Okay, both you should do. Lama Sambo Donchel. There's a picture now of. Yeah, this is the right picture. Yeah, you guys got it. Yeah. I used to be in the Boy Scouts. I'm an Eagle Scout, by the way, which is the highest. And it takes like many years. And when you reach Eagle Scout, there's a secret award after that. And I'm not supposed to talk about it. But don't tell anybody. It's called Order of the Arrow, and it's a secret test. They give a test. And when you finish Boy Scouts, maybe you're about 13 years old or something. And then if you I don't know, if your teacher thinks you're qualified, they have a special test, and they take you way out in the mountains, and they give you 2 matches, and they give you a knife, and they say 3 days later, you know, they say see you in 3 days or 4 days, and it's hard. It's really hard. You burn the first 2 matches immediately because it's cold. and it's really cool. It's a cool test for young people, and it's pretty serious. And to get to the mountains, you have to ride a horse. You have to put the supplies on a horse or a donkey. Burro is better. Horse looks nice. Burro carries more. But burro is a real, excuse me, asshole. That's why they call him ass, maybe. They are very grumpy, and but you put everything on them. They carry, like, they can carry 5 people's load, you know, and they're very. It's nice to have one if you're going far. It's nice to have a burro. So here's the load. The next one is called loading your supplies. The next part of the lojo is called loading your supplies, which is called zom. Okay, in Tibetan it's called zom. Lama Sambo Danjel. Number 1, try to meet a good teacher and be picky about your teacher. Be super picky. Okay. They say don't be like a hungry dog that finds a dog biscuit. You know, they say be a little picky, you know, so be picky in advance, okay? It's very bad luck to meet a teacher, study with a teacher, and then decide you don't like them. It's better to check them first. And a good way is to ask other people. Ask other people, you know, did you study with this person? Are they honest? Are they a good person? You know, and check with the students. I like to check the students. If the students are all angry, stupid people, probably the teachers didn't do a good job. Check a teacher carefully. And it's okay to go to many teachers, try many teachers, but don't commit until you check them. Okay. What's the story Geshe Michael always tells for $100? Jeans, $100. Yeah. So my wife is super, super beautiful. That's why I chased her for 50 years. And 53. And I took her to the jean store, the cowboy store in Cottonwood. And she wants to buy a pair of jeans. And I always tell people that store, I hate that store. Many stores like Sephora, they don't have place where the boyfriend can sit down. You have to stand up. It's like church or something, And I have to stand up and wait for her. She tried on 41 pairs of jeans. Okay, I counted. Guess how many she bought? Yeah, she said, let's go to the other store. I'm like, I almost got angry, like that. But that's how you should pick your teacher. You should be picky. Go try 42 teachers. No, try. It's a lifetime commitment. It's a big commitment. Don't take a teacher easily. And so you can go to the store, that's fine. How can you try? Never, ever buy jeans online. It's so stupid. Go to the store, try them on, okay? I don't care what size they put in the internet. It's always wrong, okay? You try it on and 2 people can put in the jean, or half people can put in the jean, So go and try the teacher, try for a while, say, I'm not committing. I just want to check you out. There in the ancient times, there's a tradition to check for 12 years. Check the teacher for 12 years. There's a very famous joke. A student went to the teacher and said, I'm watching you for 12 years and you pass. You're a good teacher. I'm gonna be your student. And he said, let me check you for 12 years. Teacher said, let me check you for 12 years. So it's 24 years. Anyway, don't be afraid to check, okay? Anytime you buy something and the salesperson rush you, you're gonna make a mistake. Like if you buy a new car, if the salesperson is very pushy, don't buy. It means there's something wrong with the car, okay? If the salesperson's like, I don't care if you buy it, I got 200 other people want to buy it, then you should buy it. Okay, so don't rush it. Don't let the Lama rush you. Okay, just say, I'm checking you out, and check them out. And don't be shy. It's a tradition. They should accept that. If the Lama doesn't let you check them, then I would try a different one. I would try somebody else. The good Lama should say, check me, go ahead. Check it, talk to my students, everything. Check the internet, look everywhere, and take me if you find out I'm a good Lama, take me. If not, find someone who fit you. Every person has a different pigo, right? Bottom. How do you say Baruski? No. Puchka? How do you know? Okay. Anyway, everybody's butt is a different size. So maybe one teacher don't fit you. Maybe it fits your friend. Maybe it doesn't fit you. And don't be shy. Just say, I like you. You look nice. You're funny. But I think I need a different teacher. That's okay. That's fine. My teacher said, well, there's not much market in America. If you find one, you better take it. Anyway, that's a joke. Okay. Lama Sambodanjal means you met a good teacher. Lo le soruma. This is Lerung. This is the source of the word leru. Okay, le surua. The full word is le surua. Ruma means fit or ready. Le means to do the work. Le surua means ready to do the work. Ready to do the work, okay? It's like if you go to the gym and you want to lift, I don't know, 20 kilos, your muscle has to be fit for that weight. If it's not, you will hurt yourself, okay? So le surua means fit. Ready for spiritual work. Ready for spiritual work. Le surua. That's such a famous word that Diamond Way retreat is called Le Surua. Okay, and the short name is Leru. Okay, Leru. So this is a very famous word. Diamond Way retreat is called Leru. Okay, classical Leru for Vajrayogini take about 3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks, hard work, maybe 4 weeks. Okay, we call Leru. When you get a empowerment into Vajrayogini, you commit to do 4 lerungs in your life. Okay, 4 3-week lerungs. And so this one means lo les rua. Your mind should be ready for the work, okay? You should have a good teacher, but your state of mind should be healthy, okay? Well rested, peaceful, okay? No big arguments or fights with people. Your mind should be ready. Le serua, lerung means ready. Your mind should be ready, okay? Receptive. Tunken Segutsawa. Then to do serious practice like retreat, you're gonna need some money. Okay, he says stuff, food, place to stay. You need Diamond Mountain. You need a good retreat cabin. Okay, you cannot do deep retreat anywhere. It should be a retreat cabin. It's better. Okay, it should be in a beautiful place, quiet place, and there should be a beautiful cabin. If people did retreat there before, it's very good. It's like good vibrations. Okay, so the cabin should be. If the cabin is built for spiritual retreat, then the feeling is going to be much better, okay? And try to find a place like that. And that means sponsors, you're going to have to find someone to pay. And Diamond Mountain, basically, if you're serious, we'll find a way to let you do a retreat, okay? If you're serious, we'll try to help you to do a retreat, okay? But don't just go from your bedroom to your bathroom and do a retreat. It's better to get out to a special retreat house to do these 2-3 week retreats, okay? Start with 2 weeks, start with 3 weeks, then do 1 month, then do 2 months, then do 3 months, then do 6 months, then do 1 year, then do 3 years, okay? Like that. Then that's enough. Okay. All right, Kent. Those people at Diamond Mountain, before I let them do 3-year retreat, I gave them 7 years of training. 7 years of training to do a 3-year retreat, okay? So don't get all excited about 3-year retreat, okay? 1 day of retreat with no preparation is miserable. 3 years of retreat with no preparation is miserable, okay? Okay, all right. You need training, you need preparation. Okay. All right. Can say good song samate. Che big you some tupe mulam dep. Mulam dep means you should start making prayers that you get these 3 supplies on the donkey. Who's the donkey? You are. What are the 3 supplies? Good teacher, and your mind is ready, trained, and you have some support from good sponsors, good people. Okay, sponsors are very important in Buddhism, and I know it's not nice to talk about money. It's not fun to talk about money, but if you want to do serious retreat, it's expensive. It costs money. The food costs money, and things like that. The cabin costs money, and it's good to get it ready. Okay, all right. You want to hear a funny money in retreat joke? This is why Grandpa is so entertaining for you. So I was fortunate when I started to learn yoga. What time am I supposed to finish, Tim? Where's Tim? 20 minutes. When I started to learn yoga, I was very lucky to get two of the best teachers in the world. They are teaching Pavarotti, they are teaching Sting, and this is David Life and Sharon Gannon, great yoga teachers. So they trained me to do yoga because I was going to go into 3-year retreat, and I thought I should learn to do some exercise in one room because I didn't leave that room for 3 years. So, and it's a very small room. So I thought yoga is perfect because I can do yoga inside the room. So I studied with them. I learned how to do. They're good teachers. They're very strict, hard teachers, and I learned from them. And then I went into retreat, and I asked them, "Will you agree to come and see me every 6 months or something?" So I cannot talk to them, but they can talk to me. And there's a rule in retreat: your teacher can come and see you. Teacher can come and give you advice. So they said, "Okay, we will come." And after 6 months retreat, they came, and we had a special yurt, Mongolian house, small one, for meeting teachers. So they don't come to my yurt. I go to this meeting yurt, okay? And we built a special yurt for meetings with teachers, and we put a toilet next to it. In the desert, you dig down like 10 meters, and you dig down 10 meters, and then you just have a small wooden house with the one seat and a hole in the seat. You try not to fall down. And we have one like that. And we have a rattlesnake who lives at the bottom. And they are very poisonous and very dangerous. And he fell down, he never came out. And he lived down there. And when you sit down, you can hear the but he cannot reach you, it's too far. And anyway, so David and Sharon came to see us, and we sit in the special place, and they killed us. This thing, and they say, bend over. And she took my hands and she put it on the ground, on the other side. I'm like, and she's like, good. She's very tough, crazy tough, and so then we did the yoga, and then they said, by the way, something bad happened. And we're like, oh. And they say, they run out of money for your retreat. There's no more money for your retreat. We're like, in retreat, your mind is very delicate. And you're like, and this after 1 year, 6 months, we're like, and they said, don't worry, Ellie has a solution. She has we're like, and they say, I think we had 6 retreatants or something. She said, we will rotate. You come out for 1 month, come out of retreat and work at McDonald's and make some money and support. Then each retreatant will rotate out for 1 month, 2 months, work at McDonald's. And we're like, and then they said, haha, April Fool. April, 1st of April, it's a joke day in America. So you make a big joke to somebody and they're like, ha ha ha, April Fools. And we're like, you know. Then after like 2 hours, David say, I have to go pee pee. And we're like, and we take him to the special toilet. And he closed the door and we are listening. And then there's, and he run out, his pants are down. It was so beautiful. And we're like, so better to make sure you have the money before you do retreat. Otherwise, you're gonna have some problem. That was so much fun. Okay, I think Q&A, Tim, am I right? Do you have any time? No, but what's the plan? Say again? Does the Q&A supposed to start at 4 or 4:15? No, but when was it supposed to start? He's so polite, it's hard to get him to tell the truth. But the plan was 4:15. Okay, good. So Q&A for 15 minutes. Okay. Okay. That I tried to time the joke at the right time. Okay. 3 kinds of questions. Number 1, about the topic, which is usually unusual. Second, if you have a personal question, I'm very happy to answer question. Don't be shy. Listen. I heard every embarrassing question 100 times. Many people have done more terrible things than you. Don't be so proud you are number 1. Okay. So any questions, okay. And then thirdly, if you have a philosophy question, emptiness question, you're welcome. Okay, I'll let you guys pick the person.
Thank you, Geshe, for your teaching. I have a question about, I heard about a saying in a sutra, saying that the outside world is aligned with our inner world. So like the star, like the color, like the animal, it all aligned with our inner body organ or body parts. Where can we learn more about this? I heard that the the Kala chakra was discussing about that. I checked, but I was not able to find it.
Mm-hmm.
So could you please elaborate more on this? And if we could make use of this, then it's much easier for us to work inside.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Sure. 2 comments. Number 1, I think I told the story to some of you. I told all these stories. Please be patient with me. I teach every day of the year, almost. And I don't remember which story I told you and which story I didn't tell you. So anyway, I was translating. We have a book series called Classics of Middle Asia. And the Mixed Nuts books are these big major books. Nick's book is 700 pages. In fact, it's 2 books because it's too fat. And then we have pocket books, which are supposed to fit in your purse or you can put in your pocket and you can carry them around. Like I used to take them to work. And when I do my lunch hour, I will read this. It's kind of easier Dharma books. And we are reprinting them. Rosa is reprinting them. And they're on ebook now. So just came out something. There's 2 already ready. Gibson is working on 2 more. And so we have these pocketbooks. I ran into some difficult translation in one of them. It's actually a Diamond Way book. And I couldn't understand the words. There were some strange words. And I went to my teacher. I had a dictionary called My Teacher. I never had a paper dictionary, or I didn't need it. I had my teacher. And I remember where he taught me each word. Almost, I can remember where I was, like we were in a coffee shop or something. And so I asked him, I don't understand these words. And he said, oh, don't worry, those are astrology. Those are astrology words. Then I said, wow, Pabonka Rinpoche, Diamond Way text, very deep. Astrology in the middle? Because in my country, astrology has a bad name. Astrology is like hippie people who take your money and they tell you anything, you know. Oh, Pluto is in the eastern part of the sky. That means instead of $25, you have to pay me $50. And then you're like, what? Like, we don't like it. We feel uncomfortable with it. And I was surprised. I said, wow, astrology, you know. And he said, don't think it's stupid. It's very deep. Buddhist astrology is very, very deep. And I said, how? And he said, these words are Buddhist astrology. And there was an astrology master in our monastery, and he explained all those words to me. I asked my teacher, when do you study astrology? It's not part of the Geshe course. He said only the person who finished the Geshe is allowed to study astrology. You know, and it's like yoga. Those two things you have to finish Geshe. So I'm like, wow. So what is astrology? And he said, it's from the Kala Chakra Tantra. It's Tantra. It's secret teaching. And he said, we have this onion skin theory. Like your body has a kernel, and then it has layers, many layers. You have your physical body, then you have your prana body, and you have your karma body, and you have your emptiness body, chi body. These are all like layers of an onion. And according to the inner mental body and the chi body, the skin and the bones will also change. So this is your outside envelope. And then inside the envelope is your mind. And inside the mind is emptiness. And between there's the seeds, right? So if the seeds are good, the chi is good. If the chi is good, the chakras are good. If the chakras are good, the body is good. If the body is good, the sky is good. Okay, interesting. The next envelope. It's a very beautiful idea. So it is true that if you learn to read the stars and the planets correctly, you can tell a lot about your inner body. Okay? So, and that can tell you a lot about your mind. And so there is a system to pay attention to that. That's one answer. And that takes a lot of training, and you have to find a lama who knows Kala Chakra. And it takes a long time to learn. Those books are some of the longest books in Buddhism. Like Kedubje wrote 2, I think. They're difficult. So you can find a Kala Chakra master and study well with them. It takes a long time. But there's a similar training coming up on the next page of the Lojong. So just wait one day. And we'll talk about it tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow. Okay, all right, okay. Okay, how are we doing on time, Timothy? We okay? Yeah, okay.
谢谢老师。我想问的问题是，在几天前，我接到一通电话，我的家人可能即将要拔管，然后3年来，我常常经历一个生死之间的问题。那个问题就是，我有可能下一刻看到他们的决定，这个人就要死亡。去年我尝试着用种子改变一个人生命的死亡。可是，在家人的决定之下， 我似乎是什么都不能做。我想知道，我学这个体系，我现在可以为这个人，在这个昏迷的当下或死亡的当下，要别人决定的时，我可以做些什么？谢谢。
就朋友在昏迷，但是你没有办法阻止他的家人拔掉他的那些器械。
对。
So basically, one of her friends
Talk-
is in
talk-
sorry. My friend is in a coma, and their family might be making some decisions of letting 男的女的letting him go.
Yeah.
I've been trying to plant seeds to stop his death, but it seemed that nothing is working yet. I want to ask, how can I plant some powerful seeds to really help my friend? I'm sorry. From this tragic.
Yeah. Okay. Good question. We had a similar question yesterday or the day before about euthanasia of a dog or a pet, and the answer is the same. If you're a Buddhist, if you really understand the teaching, Buddha. There's a famous story. Somebody asked Buddha, "How many people going to hell after this life?" And how many people not going to hell after this life? And Buddha went like this, and he touched the ground. He usually teaches outside in a garden or forest, and he touched the dirt, and he showed a few pieces of dirt on his finger, and he said, "This many don't go to hell." And then they said, "Well, how many go to hell?" And he said, "The rest of the planet, the billions and billions of tons of earth." He said, "Only this many don't go to hell. The rest go to hell." And it's not to be interpreted, it's literal. It means that is the percent. That really is the percent. So people, it's very, very common to go to hell after this life. So if you could see the hells, or if you could experience them, if you can read about them and you don't really believe them, nobody believes it. There's a joke in the Christian religion that the devil's greatest achievement in this century is people don't believe in hell, and so, but if you could really see the hell, and if you know about this one, you will keep everybody alive as long as possible. No matter what, you will keep them alive. Whatever suffering they have in the hospital, whatever suffering they have in a coma, it's nothing compared to where they are going. If you could see where they will be 1 hour later, nobody would ever kill someone, because the next place is much, much worse. So it's in Buddhism. If you really understand Buddhism, it's better to try to keep them alive, even if they are suffering, even if the suffering is very serious. So give them. My father had, it's called Brompton's solution. It's yapin. It's cocaine and morphine, and give them cocaine, morphine, keep them from having terrible pain, but don't kill them, don't let them die. And I know that's a difficult answer, and I know it's not a popular answer. And I'm not afraid to give unpopular answers. Maybe you noticed. But that's the official Buddhist position. But dan shit. If you don't really accept health and you don't understand them, and you just see the suffering of the person, and you understand, everybody understands there's no hope for them, and you feel you want to stop their pain, in my opinion, if you do it with that motivation, it's good for you and it's good for them, in my opinion. Okay, if your motivation is pure and you really want to help them, and we say pull the plug, if you take out the food or something, I believe personally, because of motivation is number one. Motivation is always 99%. If your motivation is good, I believe you make a good seed. And I believe if your motivation is pure, you can help. It's possible you can help that person. Then you should study carefully all the best prayers and the best practices to help them as they die. And they look like they are unconscious, but they can hear something and they can feel something. So it's possible to help them. If your family decides to pull the plug and you cannot stop them, I think to make everything peaceful, it's important that people die peaceful. And the family shouldn't be fighting in the room or disagree. And so if most of the family doesn't understand Buddhism and they want to end the person's life, I believe a real Buddhist can make it a good thing. I believe a real Buddhist can do powerful prayers and powerful prana practices. And I believe if you're well trained, you can help them a lot. And so it's kind of depends on the motivation. And I wouldn't fight with your family. I would try to respect the family's wishes. And you're not going to change their mind in 1 year or something like that. So I think it's better that there should be peace in the family. And if the person's dying, they can feel the emotions in the room. And so I think it's important that the family is united and supportive of each other, and they're not fighting about should we pull the plug or not. And I think that's more important. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So we're going to be doing a special class coming up. We're going to be doing a translation class with Seiji Arao. And and before we do that, I want to do a quick announcement. So tomorrow we're going to be doing Bodhisattva vows from 1 to 2 p.m. And we are also going to offer for the first class tomorrow, I believe is, what time start? 10 o'clock? 10:30? I'm sorry, I can't hear. Yep, so tomorrow at 10:30, if you're interested in taking those vows, you should come to that class because we're going to talk about how to take the vows, what's the difference between taking them as a wish and then taking them completely as an action. And we're going to go through all of that first. So if you want to take the vows, come to that class, and then at 1 o'clock, we will be offering them as well. And if you're online, you're more than welcome to come as well and take the vows.
You want to hear a nice vow story from Grandpa? Okay. When my teacher was going to give higher vows the next day, we were at somebody's house in Northern Virginia. And you don't know them, I think. And this lady, she was a professor at Washington. What's it called? American University. Yeah. And she said, "Can I ask you a question, Rinpoche?" And he said, "Yeah." And she said, "You giving us vows tomorrow? High vows?" He said, "Yeah." And she said, "But I heard something about those vows." And he said, "What?" And she said, they are very serious, very powerful karma. I said, yeah, they are. That's why we take them. Then she said, no, I heard if you break them, you will go to the house, you know. And so she said, I don't know if I want to take them. You know, I hesitate to take them because if I break them, I go to the house, you know. And he laughed. He's so funny. He's like, ha, ha, ha. She's very serious. He's like, ha, ha, ha. You know, and I'm like, you know, because she's very serious. And he said, it's like, honey, you go into the house anyway. Then she's like, what? He said, honey, you're going to the house anyway. Okay? Then, if you take the vows and you break the vows, and that reason you go to the house, when you get there, you can brag. All you people in the hell, you got here because you kill other people, you steal from other people, you commit adultery with other people's wives. I'm here because I broke my higher vow. I'm not like you guys, okay?
I need a confirmation from the staff right now. Is the class at 9 o'clock or 10:30? Because I think we have a yoga class, but I don't know which schedule is the accurate one. So I don't want to misspeak to anybody. It says 9 o'clock, 9 to 10. And I don't think they're in the room. Okay, I believe if they put it in the chat. So at 9 o'clock tomorrow, we're going to have the vow description class. And then, which one is it? Check my phone. Okay, well, we're getting different responses here. So you guys should come to both. Regardless, it's either vow class at 9 or yoga class. You should come to that, and then at 10:30, all right? How about that? So we will see you in about a half hour for the translation class. Thank you very much.